So yeah, that's the question. Where have I been? And to get to that question, we have to start at the beginning of the year when everything really changed. And I've filmed this video like 100 times now. I've tried maybe more, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. This is just a really weird video to make. So bear with me, this is what it is. So, beginning of the year, my father passed away completely unexpectedly. Dude, and that's like a really heavy thing that someone has to deal with. I mean, I guess everyone in the world goes through it, but hey man, I just wasn't ready for it. So, bam. From there, obviously I became a little like out, you know what I mean? Just pulled back from everything. But I felt like this never stops. It's like a conveyor belt, like it doesn't stop. So I was like, okay, life doesn't slow down. I have to keep going. Even though like I felt like shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, no, keep pushing forward, man. You gotta go. Which just puts a lot of stress on you. So then I moved. Okay, obviously as you guys saw in the Broken Chronicles, I was in a completely different area. You know what I mean? The whole place was different and I never announced, hey guys, I moved. So that was number 2. Number 3, my best bud in the world was not filming with me anymore because he had a kid, which is great, you know what I mean? Like, which is amazing. Congratulations, Rick. Also, I would just want to throw out there that Rick has been like the #1 supporter for like 3 years now. He's done so much for the channel, for the videos. He's done everything, you know what I mean? Like, he's, I don't know, man. I know I don't ever like, and again, this is weird because now I'm talking to him, you know what I mean? So, I know you're watching this video, buddy. So, thank you for everything you've ever done for me and all that. But yes, guys, he's done a lot for these videos. He was the brains behind a lot of the skits and how to shoot them and the fight scenes and everything. So, when he went off to do his fatherly duties, it was a hard adjustment, definitely a hard adjustment. Me and Josh still tried to keep it together and do what we do and the shit that we learned from him. But this is what it was, okay? It's just what it was. So, as I said in the beginning of this, I was just going through a lot, man, emotionally, and I was getting real stressed out because now I was living in a whole new environment. Bills, you know, bills are bills. So, and YouTube wasn't paying the bills. So I was like, okay, man, let's take a break. Let's really try to focus on life and get everything, because everything wasn't together, okay? So I needed to like take piece by piece and rebuild this Lego house. So, the first thing I figured was I needed to take a break. So I took said break, and I didn't want to just immediately come back, and I was kind of scared to come back because I was like, oh no, I took a break. So I figured, hey, let's put something on Facebook. You know what I mean? Let's take another platform, and because, you know, for some reason I really value my YouTube channel. I don't just want to put like crap on my YouTube channel. So I was like, okay, let's put something on Facebook. A little more detached with that because I can schedule everything a week in advance and voila. So now we went to this, and then I was like, okay, I want to make something that I can do 100% by myself. I don't have to rely on anyone, and it all comes down to just me doing it, and I can film a couple in a row, do that however I do it. So I came up with the idea, which is now the show on Facebook, The People versus Anthony Cortez Haynes, the wrestling debate. With SummerSlam only being a few hours away, the question remains, who is going to walk out of SummerSlam the WWE Universal Champion? Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns? What's going on, guys? Anthony Cortez Haynes here for a special The People vs. Anthony Cortez Haynes, the show in which I ask the questions over on my Facebook page, facebook.com/AnCortezHaynes, and you guys answer. So the question is issued. Who is going to walk out of SummerSlam the champion? Brock Lesnar or Roman
Reigns. In my opinion, I think that Brock Lesnar needs to walk out of this as the champion. And let me give you my reasons. Okay, Roman Reigns has lost to Brock Lesnar 3 times. Roman can lose at SummerSlam, Survivor Series, next WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. He can lose forever. And they're still going to keep it moving with Roman. He has the people that like him. He has the people that hate him. I think Brock Lesnar needs to stay on top. Why? That brings us to number 2. Because Brock is a draw. You know, a lot of you guys are like, well, Brock's never around. Well, listen, Brock is a draw because when he is around, he's destroying everything and people care that he's there. We have the champion AJ Styles who's over on SmackDown, who's there week to week. So that fills that need to have a champion around. We also have the Intercontinental Champion on Raw. That's there week to week. So having this mysterious guy who's not around every week, I think that brings more prestige to when he is around. Which brings me to reason number 3. Can you imagine this? Daniel Cormier, the UFC heavyweight champion, versus Brock Lesnar, the WWE Universal Champion. That right there sends shivers down my spine. Do you understand how big of a matchup that is? What that will do to pay-per-view? It's a huge media deal. ESPN is going to be covering it. Fox is going to be covering it. Everything in the middle is going to be covering this match because it will be the biggest fight in history. In history, you have one guy from the WWE who is a champion, the longest reigning champion, versus Daniel Cormier, a 2-division champion, light heavyweight and heavyweight champion for the UFC. That right there is buy rates. And do you think Vince McMahon's going to pass on that? Do you think he's going to give up having one of the biggest fights of all time happen and his belt being shown on that stage? I don't know. I don't know, guys. That is my opinion, though. Now it's time to hear your opinion. I want you to comment down below and let me know. Do you think Roman needs to win? Do you think Brock needs to win? It all comes down to this. In a few hours, we will find out who wins. So sound off down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. And you know what? Give me some predictions for the rest of the card. But like I said, guys, this was a special edition of The People versus Anthony Cortez Haynes. So make sure to come back Wednesday at 7 p.m. for the next video.